Good morning. Today is Tuesday, June 10th. You like my shirt? Hey, squirrel. I was gonna, the girls were waiting for me to get back. They were at Denise's house, but they're in the pool now, and I was gonna do my recording in the backyard, but they're very loud in the pool. I can still hear them, so. Well, we have an anniversary today. It's Dale and Stephanie Hatula's anniversary today, so they get a song. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Hope you have a great day. Mine's coming up pretty soon. And I know Jim's going to want to eat out. I'm not too sure. I know the shirt's a little big. But I'm going to put a picture here. I did get some shorts. And, you know, I'm not going to tell you what size they are. But I want you to tell me if you think I should have won a size smaller, they just fit, or I should have won a size bigger. So I'll put the picture right here. What do you think? I had Sophia take a picture of me. I think they fit pretty good. But you know what? Like I said, I'm not going to tell you what size they are. I just have a problem with sizes. And I got to stop swinging because I know that's probably got to be annoying. And you know what, my least favorite my least favorite thing when I was growing up was a swing. I hated the swings. I just hated the swings. And I could never climb the rope in gym. Where you had to climb the rope and touch the bell at the top. I always failed that in gym. It just always, Mr. Balo, he used to always say, Sandy, you can climb up there if you gave yourself a little bit more credit. And then Mr. Galinsky would say, she can't do it, she's a girl. And so I just so wanted to prove him wrong. But yeah, I was a girl. I couldn't climb it. I have no upper body strength. I never have my whole life. And even that crossover thing, you know, when you're on the monkey bars, I couldn't do that either because I couldn't hold my weight up. And you know what? I was a skinny child. I was a very skinny child. And I just have no upper body strength. So anyway, as you can see by my quotes at the beginning, I'm still kind of struggling. I woke up today with a better frame of mind. I really did. Oh, and thank you. Everybody seems to like the good morning, so I'm going to keep the good morning. They said that's my trademark. Hopefully I'll see Birdie one day this week. Maybe I'll go over just to socially distance and maybe get what do you call it, a greeting from her at least. I have to figure out what day she's working because she's back working again. So I don't know what day she's working. So I got to figure that out. And then I don't know, just kind of lost my mojo. I don't know why. You know, the whole thing, I wasn't stressed at all through the whole pandemic. And so that's why I had no problems staying on track. I didn't stress eat, or I did set little goals. But now I'm trying to inch my way back in, and I'm stressed and I'm eating. And so I don't know what the answer to that is. I can't live the rest of my life hiding in my house. I just can't. I can't do that. I know I can't. Going to BJ's yesterday was my first little step, and thankfully there weren't very many people. I did use my hand sanitizer. When I got out there, the man said, "Can I use your cart?" And I said, "Well, yeah, here, let me sanitize the handles for you because I just touched it." And he says, "No, you're fine." And I go, "No, really, let me do it." And he says, "No, you look healthy." I go, "Well, that's the problem. People look healthy and they're the carriers. I could be a carrier." And he looked at me and he says, "You don't look like a carrier." I said, "Please." He says, "If it's going to make you feel happy, then sanitize it. But I don't think you need to. But if it makes you feel happy." So I sanitized it and gave it to him. He says, "There, now I know you feel better." And I go, "Well, yeah, I do feel better. I would feel bad if you got sick somewhere and you say, you know, I got it from that woman at BJ's." So, but I have a plan of attack today. I'm going to have a vegetable and fruit platter for my breakfast, lunch, brunch, whatever you call it. Like breakfast and lunch. It's going to stretch out for the whole day. And then for dinner, I'm going to just have a salad. I have some deli turkey that I'm going to cut up and put on it, and maybe a little bit of cheese, because I got to have cheese. There's part rat in me, I know. And then just stay within my points and just try to get back on track and not have a game this week, because I'm telling you, Sunday went away, went off to the races. I was like ridiculous. So But I have to stop beating myself up. I have to stop saying to myself, you know, it's just a little bit of retaining. I'm just retaining a little bit of, I had too much sodium in that. No, too much ice cream. Too many, I had Twinkies. I did have some Twinkies. So it's just, the cookies I think started me off. Just started me off. And then just realizing that I'm so close to my goal. And I thought, you know what, Sandy, you're not going to hit that. The last time I lost a lot of weight, I lost like 75 pounds. I got to 202. And then I got back up to 304.2. So I want to get into Wonderland. I do want to lose my 100 pounds, but I'm not going to stress about it. When I get there, I get there, because I know I'm going to get there. I just know it. So, and I think people are still getting stuff on my Instagram account, which, please don't follow it. It's not me. It's just not me. I don't know who it is, but people always, I seem to always get hacked. My kids always say, what sites do you go on that you always get hacked? I really don't know. I really don't know, but obviously I must be going on the wrong sites. So, I was talking to Joan from Joan's Pointed Plate yesterday because she called me about my Instagram account. We just got talking about different things. And I was just telling her, I don't know if I told her, if I made a comment on one of her videos about her sewing, because I just can't sew. I've tried my whole life. Birdie's my sewer. She's my tailor. She always, we have a problem, we bring it to Birdie and she sews it. Jim's mother was marvelous. Oh my gosh, she was like, she should have had that as a profession, because she made all of her own drapes in her house, and she upholstered her furniture, and she sewed all of their clothes. When I got married, Barb and Birdie stood up in the wedding, and my sister Denise was the bride's, well, she was a flower girl, but she was really too old, so we called her a junior bridesmaid, because she was 10. No, she was 11 when I got married. So Jim's mother took one of the dresses that we had already bought and made her own pattern and made the dresses, and you would never have known. You would have never known that they didn't get them all at the same place. She's that good of a seamstress. No, she was not a cook. She was not a really good cook. She was like awful. And it was always funny because she never bought store brands, or she never bought name brands. She always bought store brands. But somehow she always came across that one bottle of like a name brand product, but she would put the store brand stuff in it. And we were camping one time. I'll get back to the sewing, but we were camping one time, and she was making pancakes. And when we first got married, I thought Jim liked, because I saw that's how he grew up. We always had name brands. As poor as we were, we always had name brands. My father just always insisted that we had a name brand food. So my mother was a great couponer. So we always did, and we couldn't, you know, waste anything. So so when we first got married, I thought, well, Jim must like store brands, because that's what he was brought up on, or yeah, store brands. And when we were grocery shopping together one time, and I picked one, like a store brand up, he says, why do you do that? And I go, what? And he said, well, I noticed that we have 2 jellies in the refrigerator, and one's mine and one's yours. Why can't we just both have the same one? I said, because I won't eat store-bought jelly. I don't like it. And he says, well, I'll eat the name brand. Let's not buy any store brands anymore. So anyway, we did that. So we were camping, and that's when I was back trying to lose my weight again. I was always trying to lose weight. And Jim's mother was making breakfast for the kids. And she had made pancakes, and she had Aunt Jemima syrup on the table. And the kids, she was mad because I wasn't having breakfast with them in the first place. So she was mad right from the get-go. And her and Jim were arguing about that, because Jim says she doesn't eat breakfast. Why do you want her? She said, well, she can sit here. It's just rude that she's not doing that. Blah, blah, blah. You know, she was just going on. And so he says, it doesn't really matter. So then she went to pour some syrup on Danny's pancakes. And Danny was my most honest child. And Danny just said, no, thank you, I don't want syrup. And she said, now, I've seen you eat syrup. You had syrup. You had French toast with your mom yesterday, because I had made the kids French toast the day before. And I saw you put syrup on it. And Danny says, well, that's because my mother uses real syrup. Yours is fake. She says, it's not fake. It says Aunt Jemima right there on the bottle. It's an Aunt Jemima syrup. And then Danny says, it may say Aunt Jemima on the bottle. He was very respectful. He wasn't being snarky. But he says, it may say Aunt Jemima on the bottle, but that's not Aunt Jemima in the bottle. I can tell the difference. It doesn't taste right. So his mother got into this big fight with Jim. And as I was coming back up my other lap, Jim had completely collapsed the tent, because we had pulled a trailer, like a pop-up camper we had too, plus the tent. and he had just folded the whole tent down and rolled it, not even did it right, and was putting it into the back of the pop-up camper. And he says, "We're going home." And I go, "We just got here yesterday." And he says, "I'm not staying with this woman," which was his mother. And they were like arguing. And of course, then you got all the looky-loos all around looking. And so he says, "Just pack up the stuff. We're going." And the kids are crying, "Where are we going?" And they're yelling at Danny, "You should have ate the syrup. You should have ate the syrup." We got in the car and we went home. So I said, "Jim, this is ridiculous. The kids are really enjoying themselves." He says, "My mother just got me so mad." She says, "I grew up on that stuff, and she always said it tasted the same, and it doesn't taste the same. It tastes like crap. My kids even know they taste like crap." So she went crazy. So we went on the way home. I said, "Well, let's just go camping somewhere else then." So he said, "Okay." So we went and found another campground. We went and put up our tent there. And well, it was a pain because, you know, when you didn't fold it right and everything was in it, it was like forever. But we stayed there a couple of days, and then we came home. And then he made up with his mom. But anyway, with the sewing, when I was in 6th grade, I think it was, 5th or 6th grade, might have been 7th grade. I was still in elementary school. Junior high, it was 6th because junior high was 7th, 8th, no, it was 7th because junior high was 8th, 9th, and 10th. No, wait a minute. It was 7th, 8th, and 9th, so it was a 6th grade. I had to think for a minute. Because I know it's different now, because 5th grade and the middle school is 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then high school is 9th, 10th, 11th. Yeah, when I went to high school was 10th, 11th, and 12th. And junior high was 8th and 9th. That was it. 8th and 9th. So I was probably in 6th or 7th grade. It doesn't really matter, does it, Sandy? It really doesn't matter. But I hated it. I could not sew. I couldn't get the bobbins in. Remember bobbins? Did they still have bobbins? That shows you how much I know about sewing. I don't know if you still got to put a bobbin in. And then you had to thread the bobbin. Oh, it was, everything about it was a pain in the ass. I just couldn't stand the class. I hated the class. I wanted the cooking, the home ec class is what I wanted. But there wasn't room in the home ec class. I had to take the sewing. They told my counselor, said, you know, next semester you can get the home ec class. And I thought, geez, I'm never going to get through this. And the teacher and I just clashed. We were always arguing, and I wasn't getting my stuff in on time. We were supposed to make a skirt, and my skirt looked like, like a blanket. It was terrible. And I remember that one of the things was you had to completely clean up your area, fold up your material, put your needle and threads and all that away. And I just hated this class. Can I tell you how much I hated this class? And so I didn't really put it away. And so then I went in the next day for the class, and my sewing material wasn't there. And so I went and told the teacher, and I said, somebody took my sewing stuff. And she says, "Nobody took it. Are you accusing somebody of stealing?" And I go, "Well, somebody took it. Somebody took it." And she was, somebody else had asked for something, and she had opened up her desk, and there was my material in her desk drawer. And I go, well, there's my material. And she slammed the desk drawer closed, and she says, "That's not your material. If you would have put it away, you would know where it is." And I go, "Well, I know where it is. It's in your drawer. It's right there in your drawer. Open your drawer and you'll see it." Well, I was very disrespectful. I really was. Because it was like, she stole my material. And I told her, "You stole my," and I'm saying it really loud, and the class was like looking. And I says, Mrs. Harper stole my material. It's in her drawer." It just, she sent me to the office. I got suspended. So then walking home, it's just like, oh, I gotta face my mother. She's gonna be so mad because I had just been suspended. I wasn't really a nasty child, but I guess I was. You know what I think it was? It was I had 4 years of Catholic school, and so then when I got into a public school and saw that you could just pretty much do whatever you wanted, compared to the private school at that point, I just went kind of rebellious. And anyway, I just, no, I was mad. Yeah, that was it. I was mad. Yeah, because, anyway, I'll tell you that. When I got home, my mother just like lit into me, and then my father got home, and he just, because you could bring home an all E, back then it was E's, not F's. You could bring home all E's on your report card, and my father and my mother wouldn't look at that. The very first thing that you would look at is citizenship. And you would damn well better get an A in citizenship and respect. Because if you didn't get that, it didn't matter what the rest of your report card looked like. You could have straight A's and have a B in citizenship. You're done. You're done. So obviously I got punished, and then I had to go back. I had to write a formal apology to the teacher. I had to read it out loud in class, and it was humiliating. And then she gave me my material, and I finished the damn dress and never wore it, just out of spite, never wore it. But anyway, when we had moved, was going to that particular school, but I didn't really like it. You know, most of my friends were going to a different school. And when we were moving, I was thinking I was going to be able to go to the new school that was going to be where I wanted to go. And they, all my brothers and sisters went to the Catholic school. And their classes were only so large, and so the grade I was in, the 5th grade, as a matter of fact, the 5th grade was where I was supposed to go. So then, you know what? The sewing class was the 5th grade. I figured it out. It took a while. Long way around, but it took a while. It was in the 5th grade. And we were just doing a simple A-line skirt, so it shouldn't have been that hard. Just like zit, 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 and then put the waistband in the zipper, you're done. But anyway, so all my brothers and sisters had a place in the new Catholic school, but the grade I was going into, there was no openings, and so I had to go to another school. So my whole family was going to this one school, and I was like ostracized going to another school. And it wasn't really a school I wanted to go to. But then it turned out that after I had my little rebellion, I got some respect, I guess. Because, you know, like when you come in the 5th grade, you're like an outcast because people have been together since kindergarten and they don't really know you. So, you know, now that I think about it, it just has to come to me sometimes. I know it was like 100 years ago, Sandy. Why are you worrying about it now? And then everybody always thought, because all my brothers and sisters either had, my brother Michael and Sue had like orange hair. Their hair was so red it was orange. And Denise's hair was white because it was so blonde. And Pat and Mary had very blonde hair. And then I had dark brown hair. I looked like my dad. And so everybody always said I was Ed's daughter from a former marriage. That always drove me crazy too, because no, these are my legitimate brothers and sisters. I can't help it. I don't look Irish. They all looked Irish. I am Irish. My grandmother was from Ireland. I'm Irish, trust me. But anyway. Okay, now I've babbled. You know, I'm babbling too much lately. Just 17 minutes. I'm so sorry. I'll try to show you my food today. But I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to end it now. Just put it up now. And just to get on with my day. Because it's 17 minutes. I'm going to have a vegetable platter for my breakfast, and I'm going to have a salad for my dinner. So, if you're new to my channel, this is what you get. I ramble on sometimes. I ramble on a lot of times. But subscribe anyhow, and leave a comment. Hit the like button. Share if you think somebody would like to see this old fool. And just stay safe. Stay safe. Stay away from those cookies, Sandy. Stay away from those donuts. Definitely stay away from the ice cream. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Stay healthy and stay safe.